Good evening and welcome to our third and final virtual night to celebrate exemplary teaching. Tonight we will celebrate our three final master teachers. My name is Jenna Kalin and I am the school director at GVR High School. I am so proud and honored to celebrate our first master teacher of the night, a truly phenomenal teacher and teammate, Sarah Amey. When I think about the ability to simultaneously lead with high support and high expectations, I think of Sarah. Sarah believes and expects the best in every student. She meets every student where they are at and leans into her endless toolbox to help students grow. Strong relationships, parent communications, celebrations, competitions, tutoring, more tutoring, the list goes on. She is truly relentless in her support, and students deeply feel how invested Miss Amey is in their success. Sarah is one of the most dependable teammates and educators I've worked alongside. She does both the big and small things every day that help a team and a school to run effectively. She is humble, never concerned about who gets the credit, as long as we are collectively, as a school, at our best for students. It is truly inspiring. Sarah has shaped and impacted our school in more ways than I can describe. Sarah, this is an incredibly well-deserved honor. Congratulations, and we love you. For every master teacher throughout the series, we will hear from several of their coworkers, as well as a student that they've deeply impacted. Before I introduce our student speaker, we'll watch a video that highlights Sarah and her incredible strengths.
She's heard me say this about her. This embodies who she is, and it's an Eric Thomas quote, and it says, if you do what you say you're going to do 70% of the time, you're going to be average. If you do what you say you're going to do 80% of the time, you're going to be real good. And if you do what you say you're going to do 90% of the time, you're going to be great, because very few people do what they say they're going to do. Sarah Amey is the bar that we need to look to reach. She leads by consistency and she leads by example.
Sarah was a game changer for me. It was so incredible to have someone as wonderful as her to plan with and work with and learn from.
She wants to help all teachers feel success.
Everything she does is out of this deep and passionate care for the students she teaches.
She instills a love of math in her students, and she instills success in her students.
She changes their mind. She makes them believe that they are good at it, that they can do math.
Her belief in them triggers them to believe in themselves.
When you're changing the trajectory of people's lives in that way, that's a pretty big impact. Sarah says, when you go to college, you're gonna need this, because she's always preparing them for college, and they're like, oh, Miss Amey, tell us, what are we gonna need when we go to college?
In college, you're gonna wanna study with your friends at Starbucks, and so let's talk about what that looks like. And she would host a big study session at Starbucks.
It's kind of a running joke with them.
Sarah cares deeply about every student.
Sarah had this student a few years ago, wouldn't speak to her for parts of her senior year. Sarah held her accountable for an action that she wasn't proud of and took it out on Sarah. But Sarah never gave up on her. That student came back to speak, and that student said, let Miss Amey tell you what to do. Listen to her, everything she says is right, and you'll be better off for it. Sarah unconditionally loves students. They feel it. I can't think of a better way to contribute to a community than contributing a persistent love.
Next, I'm thrilled to introduce our student speaker, GVR High School class of 2017 alum, Nahum Tariku.
Hi, Mrs. Amey. I hope you're doing well. I had hoped to deliver this speech in person, but I still want you to hear it, so here it is. When I look back to Mrs. Amey's class, all the memories I have are colored with joy, excitement, and empowerment. I remember that class was filled with competitive games, engaging projects, and Jolly Rancher awards for performing well on exams. I think after that description, it would be hard to believe that she was my 11th grade Algebra 2 and 12th grade pre-calculus teacher. If there is one thing I miss about Mrs. Amey's class, it would have to be her home-baked cookies. And of course, her excellent teaching. Understanding a topic the first time you taught me in class was really great for my ego. I really miss those days. Can't quite say the same for my college professors. Whenever anyone did well in class or showed growth, you always celebrated us. But you also made sure that we were not satisfied. You always gave us more opportunities to learn, which came in the forms of big packets on top of the homework, which if I'm being honest, that I never opted to do. However, I remember my senior year when you gave us the Desmos project, where we used the functions to graph a picture, and not surprisingly, you encouraged us to push our boundaries. That time, I chose to go beyond what I knew and learn more, producing a higher quality project because I chose to graph Chance the Rapper's face, who I was a passionate fan of. After that project, I realized why you pushed us. Pushing past the challenge and accomplishing a goal that was paired with a passion was immensely empowering. I don't know how I can ever thank you for giving me drive and the ability to believe in myself. Great teachers influence the discovery of passions that students may choose to pursue. I can wholeheartedly say that I would not be at CU Boulder studying electrical and computer engineering if I did not have you to show me that I could seek out what I'm passionate about, even if it's challenging, and find success. Thank you so much for caring deeply and loving hard. Congratulations, Mrs. Amey. You deserve this and so much more.
Thank you, Nahum, for sharing in the celebration. Next, I'm excited to introduce the CG Middle School Director, Natalie Lewis.
Thanks, Jenna. My name is Dr. Natalie Lewis, and I am the school director of DSST Conservatory Green Middle School, and I am overjoyed and excited to be celebrating this year's master teacher, Miss Katie Boye. Katie has done a tremendous job contributing and just helping the CG community to thrive and to grow and develop. She has taken a leadership role in drafting and creating a whole advisory curriculum that goes from our 6th through 8th grade. It has been an amazing contribution. In addition, she is also our science department chair this year and has just been a thought partner. She's always willing to lean in and to support as well as provide feedback as needed. And so very, very grateful. I can't imagine having served this year at CG. This is my first year without Katie being a part of it. She's just contributed to so much of our school community. And we're very, very grateful and so happy for her in being awarded a Master Teacher Award tonight. In addition, before we hear from our student presentations, we're actually going to watch a short video of some of Katie's peers and what they have to say of her work.
Anytime I needed a space where I just needed to be happy, I would go and observe Katie Boye's classroom because it was just fun.
She's always doing hands-on experiments. She's letting the kids talk to each other during the lessons, move around, really has the students be a part of her lessons.
Katie as a teacher just shows her love for science, and just the way she teaches is super invigorating to students.
Katie does a really fantastic job of relating what they're learning in the classroom to things in real life.
Katie is a model of how science should be taught to all kids, and I think the evidence is the success of her students. She really thinks about, how do I get kids to fall in love with science?
Her development of the lessons, of the curriculum that she is making for us to engage with our students, it's really taken our advisory to the next level.
It just speaks to the work that she's willing to do and the reputation she's built for herself just through the love of this work and the passion that she has to make change for our kids.
We have our award ceremony every year. We were going to name every single child that won honor roll. And so, after the 10th child, we're everyone kind of got a little bored. Katie started rapping the names of the students on the stage for all the families.
She crushed it, and the kids, I think, enjoyed watching her get up and rap.
All the teachers, all the kids, everyone loved it. She's a great person to work with.
She is one of the people I miss seeing every day. We started in this work together, and I hope that one day I'll get to work with her again every day.
And now I'd like to introduce our student speaker, our 7th grade, Ms. Kiernai King.
Hello, my name is Kiernai King. I'm a 7th grade at DSST Conservatory Green Middle School, and I'm here today to help celebrate Miss Boye. From her astonishing personality full of positivity and joy to her love for students and coworkers, Miss Boye is an incredible teacher. There is no one to be replaced for Miss Boye. She brings light to the coldest of nights, especially by helping when you're stressed. And she cracks up jokes and conversations to make sure that you're always happy. She's one of the most reliable people CG knows, as she makes sure to reflect all of her core values and make sure that they shine through her work every single day. She brings something new and exciting for all the students to learn, to make sure that no lesson is boring. And she has contributed so much to our community, especially by helping on big projects and events, or even just doing her best to stay calm. Choosing the day Miss Boye has made the most impact for me is really, really hard. But if I had to choose, it'd be the first day of school. I came from homeschool to public school when I came to DSST. It's really hard to come over, especially since I had not talked to anyone my age for about 2 years. But when I walked through those doors, Miss Boye did nothing but make sure I felt welcomed and safe. She basically gave me a new home that was like a place I could go to and never have to be stressed and never have to worry and be true to everything around me. Thomas Frey once said, "Every avalanche begins with the movement of a single snowflake. With each new project, my goal is to move a snowflake." And this really reflects onto Miss Boye, as she makes sure that every student has the resources necessary to be their best self. We really hope that you continue to be your best self, Miss Boye, and you continue to make improvements beyond comprehension. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiernai, for that amazing speech. That takes a lot of courage, and you did a fantastic job. I just want to say congratulations again, Katie. You are a phenomenal teacher, and congratulations on being awarded a master teacher. And I will now turn it over to Mr. Grant Irwin.
Thank you, Natalie. My name is Grant Irwin, School Director of DSST Cole Middle School Dragons, and it is my honor tonight to introduce to you Jessica Bride. I've had the pleasure of working with Miss Bride just this past school year, but when I was observing classes at Cole last year and watching Jessica in the classroom with kids, I immediately saw her skills as an educator. She brings a combination of calm and confidence to this work every single day that is contagious to both our students and staff. She brings asset-based thinking to our work, no matter how challenging the circumstances. And she is a fierce advocate for our students. Her wizardry with spreadsheets has helped our entire school become more data-driven. The ultimate test, though, for any educator is how much we help our kiddos reach their best potential. And there are few in this work that do that every single day and with every single kiddo. You, Miss Bride, are one of those few educators. And you help some of our most underserved students in the education sector reach their absolute best potential. Our entire Cole team sends you our love, our gratitude, and our congratulations to you on this wonderful accomplishment. Before we hear from a few students on what makes Miss Bride so wonderful, let's hear from a few of our teammates at DSST Cole Middle School.
She received a Core Value Award last year. Someone nominated her and they said if they compared her to an animal, it would be a duck, because on the water she just looks like she's gliding along smoothly, and underneath she's paddling her feet and working so hard.
That first person that believes in you, I feel like, is where Jessica really fills that need for so many kids.
She came in and she just had this instant way that made kids feel valued and known.
As a kid who was struggling in math or reading or whatever that subject is, and someone like without any hesitation believes in you 100% of the time, it just doesn't go away.
Jessica is willing to do whatever it takes for any student to feel like they belong at school and to be able to achieve at school.
Her unwavering faith in students' ability that no matter where they start, they can grow, and no matter where they grow, they can meet that bar.
This one student who came to us, we realized that his IEP actually said that he should be in a center program. Jessica just felt like she could serve him at our school, and so she worked with his family and with the district. Now he's been here for 3 years and he is thriving, and he'll go to high school next year, and my prediction is that he'll thrive there, and that will be largely due to Jessica. Jessica carries around, she has a fanny pack on at all times.
She has everything from like your Band-Aid to your Advil to like Cheetos. Just seems to have everything in it. A Mary Poppins like endless bag.
Like, Miss Bride, I have a headache. She's like, ooh, I have some peppermint for that.
My kid would just be like, what's an essential oil? And she'd be like, here it is, like, let's go.
I think the kids feel their needs have been met. There are educators who are heavy in instruction or heavy in culture, and one of those two is their strength. The thing about Jessica is that both of those elements are real strengths. She uses both of them to engage and invest kids and adults, parents and teachers alike.
She continues to reinforce and show time after time that like she is here for our kids, she is here for our community. I guess I just can't imagine what it'd be like to not have her impact in the building.
Next, I would like to introduce our student speaker. The speaker is hopefully sitting right next to you. She is not only a student at DSST Cole Middle School, but also Miss Bride's daughter. So without further ado, Alex, please share your thoughts.
Hello, my name is Alex Bride. I am a 7th grader at DSST Cole, and my mom is one of the master teachers we are celebrating. Miss Bride is important to me in school because she pushes me when I need it most, and when I have a tough time, she's always there for me. She is 1 in a million to me, and I know she will always be there and love me, even if I make her mad. I have seen my mom helping kids in the classroom and teaching in ways that I never understood how, but now I know how. She is a wonderful teacher. She is good with kids, and she knows how to both challenge and support students at the same time. It's like magic. Mama, I am so proud of you. I always knew you could do it, and even when you were struggling, I always had faith in you. Watching you grow, it has given me confidence that with you by my side, I can do anything. Congratulations. We are so lucky to have you.
Thank you, Alex. Congratulations once again to Jessica and all of our teachers recognized tonight for your outstanding accomplishments. To close us up this evening, I would like to introduce our Chief Talent Officer, Christine Nelson.
And that's a wrap. I want to take a moment to just particularly thank and recognize Jessica and Katie and Sarah. It's been really fun to celebrate them tonight virtually. And I want to close out our series recognizing our accomplished lead and master teachers by just reflecting for a moment on how important the work that all of our teachers do on a day-to-day basis, particularly now. I can attest as a parent at one of our schools and as somebody who actually has a college junior who has come home and actually shared a lot of reflections on how much his teachers meant to him over his many years at DSST. I can tell you that particularly in this moment of crisis, those relationships matter more than ever. And certainly the folks we recognize tonight and the folks that we've recognized in our earlier celebrations, Christina and Ben and Lauren and Heather and Sarah and Katie Flynn, all of those folks, in my view, I've had the privilege of knowing many of them for a very long time, and they truly bring out the best in our kids, and they bring out the best in each other. And we are so fortunate, I think, to call them colleagues. And I am looking forward to celebrating more of our teachers, hopefully in real life in the future. This is one of my very favorite events of the year. And of course, it's crushing that we have to do this virtually and can't do it in person. But we certainly look forward to celebrating these folks and many of our other extraordinary teachers in the future. Thanks so much for tuning in.